hope you're well. Welcome to my channel. So this is where I talk about twin flame process, and these are the monthlies by sun sign for September 2023. If anybody wants to get a more in-depth personal reading or do a Skype session, all my information is on my website and the link to that is in the description box below. So I hope you have a very good month. Lots of love and see you in the next video. Scorpio! September 2023. So what does Scorpio need to know? Alright, so I've got some kind of chase going on. Like you're running away from something, picking up speed. Something's coming after you, but you're determined to evade it. It's like negativity wants to get you in its grip. Excuse me. And it wants to make you become a part of it. But you're determined to not let it carry you away in its grip, is what they're saying, Scorpio. So I've got you on high speed and on high alert at the beginning of September. Maybe you're just going to be very, very aware of how you act. You're going to be, they're saying, acting on principle, your own principles. Nobody else's, your own. There's a way that you want to exist and principles that you want to adhere to. And you're going to be really striving to stay abreast of situations and not let yourself fall into bad negativity, basically, and what can come from that. Let's have a look at the cards. Right, so we've got Four of Wands, which is vibrational grounding, basically. So steadiness and security inside a self. So it's like you just want to maintain your equilibrium and you want to maintain your status quo. You want to maintain your feeling good. So it does feel like there's various things going to come out of the blue and come out of nowhere almost, that are going to try and drag you out of yourself and make you lose yourself and lose it. I.e. get angry, get belligerent, get mad, get even, get nasty, and make you churn around a lot of negativity inside of yourself. So it feels like not just one, but various things are going to come like sweeping along. I really feel that they're going to come out of nowhere, like everything's going to be fine one minute, and then all of a sudden something's going to happen that you weren't expecting, you know, a trigger. But I mean really not expecting. Like really just, it's so good almost, like everything is so fine, like they're showing like a really sunny day at the beach with ice creams and a real feel-good feeling, and suddenly from out of nowhere something like just like tips you, like asks you basically to like go to the other side and go to the dark side. What are you going to do? I don't know. We've got Ace of Swords. We've got communication coming up. So there's big communication coming up for you this month in terms of your twin flame connection. And this feels like very exact and very specific. There's this energy that I feel that is like it's like chasing you. It's like masculine energy chasing you. It's like an angry beast, right? And it wants to like make you become part of it. So you become the angry beast, basically. However, there's a reason for everything in twin flame connection, both negative and positive. So everything negative isn't negative in itself. It's almost as though you're going to become one with this beast, that is this angry beast, and then you're going to tame the beast. And from that, everything comes along. So you become one with your twin flame. You become, they're saying, exact. So you become, they're just saying again, the exact principle. The twin flame principle, which is the masculine meeting the feminine, head on, one, and coming along as one. So you can be anything to anything and everyone to everyone, they're saying. So you can match like for like. You can meet the needs of whatever situation comes along. And this is feels like going forward into the rest of your life. So I think this is where the communication's coming up, because it's something to do with what you're going to receive in the way of a communication, that you're able to match that communication like for like. It feels like you're going to be this beast that you're becoming a part of, this masculine energy, is so that you can at some point soon, very soon, not go into your feminine energy and not become get washed away with the tide. So there's something coming along communication wise that if you weren't able to access the masculine part of yourself, you would get washed away with a sea of emotion. So that's why the beast is chasing you. You're going to become part of the beast. You're going to match up like to the masculine. You're going to integrate it into yourself. And you might have done this several times before. They're showing me the beast like a black panther. It's really, this is it, they're saying. This is like the culmination of everything that you've gone through in terms of becoming one with the masculine energy, basically. And the reason is for you to be able to hold your own in terms of communication, so you won't dissolve, basically. Justice, everything is right. So whatever way you look at this, so you're going to get really angry. Feels like at the beginning of this month, you're going to feel really angry. They just said matriarchal. So I guess when the word matriarch, when it's old-fashioned woman who's got control of everything because she's juggling everything, right? And maybe she's been left by the masculine, and maybe she's juggling children and a place to live and money worries and work, and this is going back generations to when poverty was rampant. And I mean, I know it's rife now, but worse than it is now, basically. This is toilets outside and no running water and no food at all, It's that energy of that woman that's just no, I've got to do this. I've got to manage this situation. No one is taking away from me what I have, and all I have is myself. And it feels like that coming through you, and it's integral to your well-being, right? It's not a long-lived energy, so it feels like it's just a culmination. It's just something that you've got to really play a part of being for now, and then you will dissolve back into this essence of go with the flow. Let's have a look at this. Dark to light, the end of the battle. So before the dawn comes the darkest point, right? So it feels like you're going into the darkest of the dark, the most strongest masculine coming through you. It feels like abuse and anger, to be honest. It feels really a determination that is no, I will not be knocked off course by anything around me. So basically it feels like anything that gets in your way is going to might as well get out of the way, actually. Anything that's tries to get in your way, any kind of trigger, better get out of the way, because you're not going to take any prisoners, and you're not going to be oh, okay, maybe I was wrong, or maybe I should do this differently. It's no, this is the only way I can do things. This is the way I'm doing it, and this is how it has to be. Something like that matriarchal, really standoffish, super powered. They show me a woman in the old days in the UK, and she's got a headscarf on, and she's got sleeves rolled up, and she's got a pinny on, an apron, and she's got really muscular forearms, and she's ready to take on the world. It's Second World War energy. It's that kind of I will not be defeated feminine energy. nothing to do at all with like what we, you know, what we kind of instantly associate femininity with. Nothing at all like that. It's like the most masculine version of the feminine that you could ever imagine is what this energy is. Transformation, death, and Eight of Pentacles, what you bring to you in the physical. So it is like you are feminine. You might as well be a truck driver, or you might as well be like a navvy, or you might as well work on the boats, or something like that. This woman with her sleeves rolled up, literally like pulling in a boat on her own. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles, what you bring to you physically. So it's about manifestation. So where you're entering into this most masculine of the feminine state, they're just saying, I will not be hard done by, right? You will not be. You will not be taken for granted. You will not be done out of. You're going to get what you want, right? You're going to get what you want. It's coming here in the Eight of Pentacles. You're going to bring it into the physical, but it's coming through an energetic aspiration of what you will no longer, it's a resounding no in the transformation of what you will no longer be a party of. So if you think like everything is energy, so everything that comes to you and all the triggers that you go through, where you get angry or you get upset, you bring them all to yourself, right? So that you can learn around these triggers and grow around these triggers and come into your authentic, like, solidarity of oneness, of point of attraction around these triggers, and let go and just be happy in the face of everything, right? And that's also true, and it is. Happiness is the end point, and it's a feeling good. That's the oneness of pure attraction, right? But this feels like you are literally like swirling around, bringing in bringing in the last of this masculine energy, drawing it into self through having to become it, like this panther running around, bringing it into like, bam, right in the middle, transformation, so it changes into what you want physically here. Dark to light, transformation, physically what you want. Go with the flow, right? So that's the thing, right? Because you think feminine energy is going to be like, oh, I'm just going to let go. Everything's going to be fine. I'm going to feel good. Nothing's going to bother me. And of course, high feminine energy, that's how it feels. It feels like you're disconnected from the what is. Nothing bothers you. You feel fine. You could, like, anything could come along. You'd be like, yeah, whatever, right? But the thing is, when you're asked to go back into the masculine and draw it inwards and transform it, you go back into the state of nothing is all right. This all has to be different. This is not what I want, right? And it feels like you're in a crescendo of like anger and this veracity, communication, veracity, like verbosity, communication of not what you want, right? So you're going to have to go back in there first. You're going to have to round it all up. You're going to have to shuttle it all around. And you're going to have to pull it out again with these really strong feminine arms. But that is the go with the flow of what the feminine's asking of you. It's asking you, they're showing me like, on the head of a ship, like the old ships, they used to have women, like these huge, like dominant statues of women at the front of ships, like, because the ships were all feminine. They're showing me you like one of those, like this, just like stone statue, this massive woman with massive head, and that you're like at the forefront of like what's going on, and not being tampered with, toyed with, messed around with, and just standing your ground and just calling the shots. And they're saying something about order, like you decide what order is. Oh, like justice, right? Justice, transformation, feminine. Like you're deciding what is what is. So you're deciding what things should be. It's like you are all your triggers coming at once, and you're going to say, no, you're not going to have a part of me. I know, I feel it, I see it, it's there. I'm going to take this, I'm drawing it in like a big in-breath, or even a a big like swallowing it down, and I'm transforming it into even more feeling good. But then first of all, you have to go into it. It's like going into the wave, like the woman at the front of the ship going into the wave, and then Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, communication, transformation, Ace of Cups, and then it just like the wave crashes and it's all fine again, and you're going to feel fine and everything's fine, and nobody's going to be worried again, and no one's going to be stressed again. And that's what you're going to have to do this month. And then we've got a new road forward, and underlying everything we've got 8 of Wands, which is vibrational connection. So this is connection to your twin flame. So all I can say is, really, it feels like at the beginning of the month there's a wave, and it's like a tsunami. It's getting bigger as it rolls towards the shore, and it's part of you, but you're also looking at it, and you're going to master that wave like a huge feeling. They said acrimonious, which I think means anger. Acrimonious is like tenacity and anger. It's like, I will not let go, right? I will not let go of my anger. It's like a wave of that, and then it's going to come crashing down, and there's going to be a huge let go. And on the let go, it's like the wave crashes, and what rolls out of that wave is your future. And the future is going to be, you're never going to have to like ride that wave ever again. So it's the last wave, basically. I'm just going to go one more out on here. Manifestation and transformation, and one more out underneath on the 8 of Wands, which is about connected through vibration and relationships. So it's a manifestation of relationship that we're talking about here. And I think actually that's all that we need to say. I think it makes sense what they've said already. And if we go any further, well, you can tell what comes from there, right? You're manifesting relationship. That's what they've just said. But first of all, you have to go in and get it. It's like you go back into the sea of the, it's like you're going back into the sea, basically, the unknown. The sea is the unknown, right? The depths. And then you're going to come out, you're going to be flung back out onto the beach, basically. And you're going to go like, oh, what was all that about? So that's it for Scorpio. Lots of love. See you next time.